Hey everyone, how are you doing today? I've had a lot of requests to do a chicken video, so we're going to make chicken today. But we're going to do a couple things to make it a little extra special, and one of those things will be to serve it with some roasted potatoes. That's right. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to cut up enough potatoes into bite-sized cubes to feed however many people there might be within your family. I've got a pretty big family, so I'm going to cut up about 6 or 7 potatoes into bite-sized cubes, just like you see them doing right here. Once we have our potato pieces in the bowl, we're going to sprinkle some olive oil over them, and we're going to be generous with all these toppings because we're going to mix it all together anyways. But we're going to sprinkle olive oil, and then some fresh cracked black pepper, and again, be generous with it. We want to make sure that every single piece of our potatoes gets a little bit of the flavor. And what dish is complete without some sea salt? Every dish, even dessert, deserves sea salt. I recently picked up a new spice that I'm really excited to try. It's smoked minced garlic, and I get a feeling that it's going to marry up with all the other flavors in this dish really well. That's it for seasoning all the potatoes. Now we're just going to stir everything together. We're going to make sure that all those flavors get distributed evenly. For the next step, we're just going to add our potato pieces to a baking sheet that's been lined with parchment paper. We're going to spread them out evenly, and then we're just going to sprinkle with some Italian seasoning. The Italian seasoning will add a very subtle flavor, but the aromatics that you'll get from it will be out of this world. That's right. Who doesn't love when their house smells like an Italian restaurant? Once our potato pieces are in the 425-degree oven, then we're going to start slicing through our chicken breasts. You want to slice almost all the way through them, but not quite. That's right. You don't want to slice all the way through them. You want to leave it so you can stuff the cheese and ham inside them when we're ready to get to that step. Now that we've basically created chicken wallets, we're going to take thick slices of Swiss cheese and put them inside each breast. Swiss cheese with the ham of our choice. I chose Black Forest ham because it's my favorite type of ham. It's thinly sliced. I'm just going to roll it up and I'm going to add it inside each one of those chicken wallets on top of the cheese that we just made. Once I've finished stuffing each one of my chicken breasts with the ham, I'm then going to add olive oil on top of those chicken breasts, just like you see me doing in the video. I'm then going to take a brush and brush in the olive oil on top of each chicken breast, and then I'm very generously going to add sea salt on top of those chicken breasts. After that, we're going to heat some oil in a skillet and add our chicken breasts. Notice how I didn't add oil to both sides of those chicken breasts? It's because we're going to do that right now. This way, you don't make a mess all over your counter, and you get a little bit of extra oil in your skillet as well, which will come in handy later on as the oil that you had previously added has started to cook out. Now we're going to add salt too, and again, no salt on the counter, it's all in the skillet. After 4 minutes, we're going to flip our chicken breasts. See how they're nice and golden brown, like they just came out of a tanning bed? That's the way you want them to look. That is going to give you a nice crust on those chicken breasts. Now is when we're going to add the pepper. You do it now because we're not going to flip the breasts again. This way the flavor goes through them, but we don't get the burnt flavor taste from them being face side down in the pan with the pepper on them. Cook them for another 4 minutes. Now we're going to flip them and transfer them to a baking sheet. See how dark they are on the other side? That is a great sear. Now we're going to add them to the oven with our taters. When all is said and done, those potatoes should be in the oven for a total of 45 minutes. The chicken should have been in there for 25 minutes. Take the chicken out, let it set for 5 minutes, and then slice it up. See how it's golden brown on the outside, glistening in the center, which means it's nice and moist, and that ham and cheese still totally intact. I'm a firm believer that you eat with your eyes before you eat with your mouth. So make your dish look as pretty as you possibly can, and then we're going to add a sauce of our choice. In our house, we love Hollandaise sauce. So we're going to add some of that to this dish. Hollandaise sauce with chicken, ham, cheese, taters. It really is a match made in heaven, and I'll show you a video on how to make your own Hollandaise sauce another day, but gravy would be great. Béarnaise sauce would be great. Maybe you have a sauce of your own that you love. I'd love to hear about it or see how to make it. Make sure you mention it in the comments below.